Hey, can you find a water bottle for me?
Something so simple.
Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times. On Monday, November 20th, it's Thanksgiving week and things have slowed down tremendously, but there's still an awful lot of talk about tax legislation, particularly the tax bill pending in the Senate, which includes a repeal of a tremendously important part of the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, and that is a mandate to purchase insurance. That may kill the bill. It may be removed, a Trump administration official said over the weekend, for just that reason. The study of the bill continues to pile up. Interesting report that we reported today on the Arkansas blog from an Institute of Economics and Taxation shows that 60% of American taxpayers would realize a tax increase from this bill when it's fully implemented, and most of the benefits of people would get a tax cut would go to the top 1%. Also, in addition to that finding, there's the finding that the cuts that will be required to make this bill work and fall within the deficit guidelines are going to mean cuts in spending, significant cuts in spending for programs such as Medicaid and other safety net programs that help the working poor tremendously, so it'll be a double whammy for them. Nonetheless, Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas went on CBS national TV over the weekend and said everybody in America would get a tax cut from this bill. This prompted one blogger to call Cotton, who's 6'5", the biggest liar in the U.S. Senate. I don't think that's hyperbole in this particular case. There's going to be a demonstration in Little Rock at noon Tuesday in front of the Department of Human Services from a coalition of community groups, clergy, and other people in opposition to the Senate tax bill, precisely because of the damage it would do to working Arkansans, and the benefits would extraordinarily benefit the wealthy and not the poor. Well, Bill and Hillary Clinton were in Little Rock over the weekend, and I'd say it was an artistic success. It was the 25th anniversary of Bill Clinton's election as president. Some 3,000 people turned out to buy a book from Hillary Clinton about her losing race for president in 2016. 2,000 more heard the Clintons at a talk at the State House Convention Center moderated by James Carville. You know, it really turned out to be more of a celebration and an emotional outpouring of support for Hillary Clinton and her losing race. There was some talk about the 1992 campaign, but a lot of talk about the national calamity we now face and the obsession that Donald Trump has with Hillary Clinton. She got off a lot of good lines, I thought, particularly when she said one way she'd cope with loss was reading a lot of books. She favors mysteries, she said, because the bad guys always get it in the end. We could hope for that. Closer to home, late last night, there was a tragedy. A medical evacuation helicopter on a mission from Pine Bluff to sound the Arkansas crashed. 3 people were killed, a pilot, a nurse, and an emergency medical technician. They didn't have a patient on board at the time. Don't know yet more about the cause. Interesting little wrinkle developing in Fayetteville. A member of the city council there, Alan Long, resigned today for personal reasons. He's involved in a lawsuit, a very contentious one, with a former domestic partner that perhaps had something to do with his decision to resign. Some questions raised in that lawsuit about whether he legally resided in the district he represented. Those votes are important because that city council has passed some very significant ordinances, including a non-discrimination ordinance that's currently being challenged in court on whether it can still apply to protect the rights of LGBT citizens. Over the weekend, one of those crime cases, the Big Dog Motorcycle Club on Asher Avenue, a woman tried to run down some men who'd been fighting with her husband. Oops, hit the wrong guy, killed her husband. The downtown Christmas tree will be lit up tonight, 55 feet of fir. Take a look at it. It looks good. And finally, you think you have crime problems? Well, don't tell it to the Pulaski County Sheriff. Somebody stole the TV out of their waiting room at the Pulaski County Jail over the weekend. No suspects as yet. I'm resisting. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.